We are Zooniverse, the team behind the largest online platform for participatory research. Zooniverse is co-hosted by the Adler Planetarium in Chicago, Oxford University, and the University of Minnesota. These locations aren't exactly close, so we always make sure to come together once a year for our annual team meeting.
The Zooniverse team meeting is always such a special moment for us as a team and with our collaborators. So part of it, for me, what I really get out of it is it's a touch point where we can all have a shared understanding of what we built, what our impact was from the past year, but also how it sets us up for the coming year, and what our major goals and hopes and plans are, and what kind of key decisions or sort of foundational elements we need to put in place so we can then tackle the year ahead.
This year's meeting was hosted by our Minnesota team on the University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus. Lucy Fortson, UMN professor of astrophysics and one of our founding members, hosted us all for a kickoff dinner at her beautiful home. We spent the evening playing croquet, visiting with her cat Hermes, and judging which Zooniverse pie was better, the English style or American.
I am so super excited that we're hosting the Zooniverse team meeting this year, 2025. What's amazing for me this time around is just to see how much the platform has grown, how much we as researchers and developers and educators are working together to make this amazing platform that we know and love called Zooniverse.
The next morning kicked off a series of presentations, starting with some talks about the state of the platform and a really cool presentation from our senior front-end developer on the Zooniverse codebase.
Delilah's talk helped me to understand, in basic terms, the importance of maintaining code that was written forever ago in order to have the Zooniverse webpage run. A huge part of what my colleagues have to deal with is making sure that all of it is being maintained, even though they don't own it all. It really helped me to appreciate that aspect of their jobs.
We then did a Shark Tank activity, where each member of the team pitched ideas for the platform with no restrictions or rules. We were encouraged to totally think outside the box, presenting our wildest dreams for the future of Zooniverse.
My favorite session was the Shark Tank, because it showed our personalities as a team, but also it provided us with insights into potential future of Zooniverse.
It was an opportunity for people to kind of imagine a greenfield, sort of blue sky project for each of us. And then when we came together, we found out that there was a lot of overlap.
I thought that was very cool to see, everybody coming together. Almost coming together with independent ideas, but in the end, everybody's thinking like a hive sort of group together. If you think about it from an eagle's eye view, that was really cool.
We got updates on different types of projects: machine learning, camera traps, and digital humanities. The rest of the afternoon was dedicated to hearing from teams that lead mapping projects, including a project partnered with the World Food Program for mapping potential flood zones in Sudan. Then, Mapping Prejudice, which aims to uncover and map local histories of racial covenants in housing contracts. Then we heard from an upcoming project that will compare old and new aerial footage of the McMurdo Valley in Antarctica to track changes in land composition. And finally, another upcoming project which we're all so excited about, which will help map beaver dams, locating beaver populations that have yet to be identified.
For the first time, we'll have mapping infrastructure built into Zooniverse. And so yesterday's conversation with some of our collaborators was to make some key decisions and to just learn about the type of data we're going to work with. We're going to build this new infrastructure. Those will be our first projects to help us test and build it, and then we'll roll it out for other teams and projects to use.
So we've had some really interesting talks about maps, and there's something I really want to dive into. Maps!
My favorite session so far has been about mapping, because I think GIS is super cool, so we're going to add it to the Zooniverse.
So we've never done anything with tiling or mapping, and it's just a really fascinating area for me.
Exciting to think of like future projects or possibilities, but then some are really cool to hear what people have done.
I'm really excited for the Zooniverse to get into mapping routines, and then we got this amazing talk about beavers, which I'm newly fascinated with, and they're amazing creatures.
My favorite session was learning about beavers. They're incredible, and I am super excited to do this work with this team.
Day 2 was full of breakout discussions for team members. We connected face-to-face and talked through different ways to help the platform run better, how to take care of our project teams, and keep the technical aspects of what we do running smoothly.
We have a couple of systems that are allowing volunteers to kind of look at the subjects in Zooniverse. Zooniverse is trying to take that to the next stage right now and build in a lot of machine learning, so it's really exciting to see where it's going.
Mostly for me, I don't work that closely with the developers. I chat on Slack, I just see their little profile picture. It's been really cool just meeting everybody, including behind the camera, all the team, and just being able to have that social time to brainstorm and think about what the Zooniverse might grow into next year.
What I really like about ZTM is just getting to see all my Oxford colleagues or colleagues that I don't get to see in my day-to-day.
Just seeing everybody again and talking with collaborators.
People. It's always the people. The people are amazing.
After a long day of brainstorming, we deserved a night out. Haley brought her dog. Day 3 was focused on our incredible volunteers and researchers. We talked about direct feedback we've received from the people who make Zooniverse possible.
I would say I like the talk that Chris gave on AI and how it can make you take some extra time because it hallucinates a lot.
One of the best things about Zooniverse team meeting is every year we get to come and look back on what volunteers accomplished this past year and how much science we got done, how much research was accomplished, and it is such a joy to get to enjoy those spoils with the team.
At our team meetings, we take all the feedback into consideration in our future decision making. We went over all the tools our researchers use to build their projects and how we can best work together. We discussed ways to highlight our researchers and volunteers through our various communication channels and social media. We also discussed ways to make our site more accessible with feedback from the Zooniverse Neurodiversity Task Force. After a day of thoughtful discussions, we treated ourselves to a good old-fashioned baseball game. Twins versus the Tigers. Some of us are Michiganders and we made sure to represent. And our colleagues from England got to learn Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
I don't care if I ever get back home. It's rooting for the Tigers! For the Tigers!
Our final day together was spent wrapping up any lingering thoughts from the week and talking through ways we'd like to move forward with plans for the future of our platform. Then we said our goodbyes, knowing that although we work together every day, we wouldn't all be sharing a room until next year's Zooniverse team meeting.
I'm Chris Intar. I was the founder of Zooniverse, and when we started it was just a couple of astronomers getting distracted. Now we've got this meeting with biologists. We talked about beavers yesterday, people looking at historical records, people arguing about machine learning and really quite complex machine learning, thinking about our volunteers and how to best serve them. I never cease to be astounded, particularly at a team meeting, with the variety of things we get to worry about in this job.
Want to get involved? Whether you're a researcher who needs help from community volunteers or a person who just wants to help make a difference, check out zooniverse.org to see all of the amazing projects we have coming out this year.